Just before we begin, I've been working with Monster Tech and Verpal to try to put something together for you guys that's super cool. Anyways. Hello YouTubers, this is the noobifier. On the 4th of August, CIG released the monthly report for the month of July. It's linked in the description if you want to check that out in greater detail, or you can just stick around for the breakdown. Here's what you need to know. We start out with a report that a large amount of mocap was done for the vendors scattered about the solar system. The barista is going to get more polish, and then they're going to work to migrate a little bit of work to improve female NPCs. The new hospital staff are also going to get dialogue and animations. NPC combat behavior got some work improving what the reaction would look like to a particular situation. NPCs now can modify the initial reaction, providing a more difficult challenge to you, the player. Some NPCs will now emote a taunt, and work towards incorporating surrender animations is ongoing. NPC pathfinding is transitioning, and NPCs are being programmed to realistically push a trolley along a path and then released it at the destination before carrying on. That may not sound like a lot, but that's actually a lot of work. And there were further efforts done towards the subsumption editor. There was a recent rundown that I have linked up for you right now from the last update from Tony Z about subsumption. Pyro's being worked on by a team at Turbulent, plus they're still finishing up some of the final work at Grimhex. There was also final white box and NPC animations for the hospitals at Area 18 and Lorville. They released the Connie Taurus and cleaned up some ship bugs. The Redeemer is in its final stages. The Tally got some love. The Starfarer got some work in the form of a fuel arm to prepare for some basic fuel gameplay, and a bunch of ships that haven't been officially announced yet got some work done. Which, whatever. The weapons team worked on a size 7 gun for the Ares and one size 3 bomb for the A2. There was a big paragraph about the game engine that basically said a bunch of work was done to replace legacy code with more up-to-date new code. Work on the updated player inventory marches forward, but with some features being postponed to make sure that it releases on time. Inventory containers and landing zones will have a finite amount of space, and if you purchase an item, it'll manifest in local storage. They're working to address the NPCs who stand on chairs in a T-pose, whatever. Upgrades to several dynamic events were added based on your feedback, and they're still working on the loot drop system that was announced recently. 314 ship balance was a huge undertaking that occupied most of the focus, plus many bug fixes, a HUD and UI refactor, and the dust-off effects, plus other things. Lore and vehicle features are working together to ensure that any work done to jump points makes sense with what's already known about the two systems. VFX had a busy month working on some pop-ins having to do with fog, objects, and particles. Render to text is now complete, and with the UI team. Lighting team worked to improve the ambience of the player habs and colonial outposts. They also worked to define what the color grading around Pyro would look like. UI team was focused on hospital and healing gameplay, plus work on reusable components. Holograms and holographic map displays are being reworked to have a lesser impact on system resources, and several changes were made to the scanning system. I plan to publish an updated guide in the near future once I get some stick time to knock some rust off. That's it. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Please tell others about this content and the channel. It means a bunch to me. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.